Hello everyone, Jerry, Old Guys Review. So, I owe everyone a bit of an apology. In my age-induced forgetfulness, I guess I should say, I totally skipped a segment in the p803a final review that kind of, in my wife's words, may seem a bit arrogant and an ass. So, making a quick video tonight to correct my complete skipping of the segment that I actually began the review with. I'm going to blame it on my excitement of this new truck and my pleasure with it as the reason. So there's my excuse. I hope everyone can forgive me. The biggest part is that my videos are completely unscripted. So I probably should make some notes here and there to ensure that I don't go off topic so far that I completely forget a segment. And, you know, those of us who have wives, significant others, we know that they are there to give us moral support and to remind us that we are not perfect. And we need to be reminded of that sometimes multiple times a day. So, you know what I'm talking about. So to correct, the beginning of my video yesterday, I showed my other 112 scale vehicles, and I showed a few up on the wall. There were my 114, 110. It wasn't a show off. It was to show what you get for the money that I was so pleased with. But once I got to getting into the truck, showing the truck off, the fun I had driving it, it was lost. So, I wasn't going to pull them all down again because I showed them last night. But for the $500 and the $600 that you get these HG models that are incredibly detailed, incredibly packaged. You know, I'm sure some of you have seen the other videos. The 602 didn't come as well packaged as the 803, but just in case you haven't seen it, we'll pull it up again because I don't know if I would ever think about getting rid of it. So that's what the truck comes in. Excellent carrying handle and very sturdy magnets, which the truck fits right in there. When this snaps shut, it takes, you just can't quick flop it open. You know, who in the name brand industry, when you buy a truck of the money that you're spending on some of these, this is hard styrofoam. This is good stuff. RC 4-wheel drive comes with some flimsy styrofoam, which a lot of times you see there's parts laying in the box. Some of the name brand, like the Traxxas 6x6 that I showed, it just comes in a cardboard box. And these vehicles, companies can say all they want. They're all pretty much coming, if not China, there's Taiwan. You know, Taiwan has been huge for making RC cars for years. So we know most RC 4-wheel drive cars come from China. HG comes from China. But when I see now RC four-wheel drive vehicles, they're pretty good. They're pretty nice, detailed. The sizes aren't always right, but coming from Taiwan. So if you have these being built there, why are they so much more expensive for, relatively the same sort of thing? HG models are these incredibly scale vehicles. And the metal. Here's the biggest thing. So let me see, I can just peek around in the back over there, and Axial comes with D-rings on them. RC four-wheel drive comes with D-rings on them. A lot of times they're plastic. The 803, right there, has metal D-rings on it. So if I'm going to use that to pull something out, I'm not going to stretch out or break the D-ring. So that was my point in the video, is that now Tamiya is excellent scale for the money. Excellent scale. But even they jacked their prices up from Japan. You went from a King Hauler kit that was $300+ to now they're like $500. They're slowly coming down again, but that is a huge following. Why jack the price up on it when people are going to buy it anyways? Then you come out with a new kit that's plastic. You have to build it yourself. It's mainly plastic. They're a new tow truck, and it needs the electronics. It needs the light kits. Meanwhile, HG, while their light kits and sound kits are a little bit weird, they give you a lot of accessories with that. You've got different engine sounds, you got different horn sounds, and there's that baby again. It's those lights and sound kits. I've got some sitting over there for another project, and they're like $20. They're vehicle specific, but still, you're getting it's a light kit that's pretty okay, but for the cheap money. People say, oh, it's Chinese and it's cheap and blah, blah, blah. Well, who are they copying these off of? They're not stealing any RC ideas. They're innovating RC ideas. Up until this point, who has made a scale military vehicle? Tamiya's had some. Henglong had some. They make the tanks, but they're 1/16 scale. You got 1/14 scale for the semis, then you get the 1/12 scale. Everyone's mixing them up. So I was just hoping that HG continues making military vehicles in this 1/12 scale, and they keep their price point where it's at. You look at some of these American companies that we make the best. Our truck is the best. I hear this constantly on all these. I'm not going to name drop this particular company because I have no dealings with them, but when you're looking at a $700, $800 kit that you have to put together, plus then you have to buy your electronics, I'd rather get one that's okay and upgrade it myself if it needs it. But for these HG models in particular, right, they make some clones, but you're looking at some excellent looking vehicles that won't break the bank. You got Rock Hobbies that makes an excellent 1/6 scale Willys World War II Jeep. Now I'd love to have one, but 1/6 scale, I've got to have some point where I cut things off for Do I need to buy it or do I not need to buy it? Well, I don't have any other 1/6 scale vehicles. I have 1/5 scale vehicles, a couple of those. I guess technically, if you think about it, the Traxxas UDR is supposedly more of a 1/6 scale vehicle, but you know, how am I going to take a desert truck and a World War II Willys Jeep out and drive together? I like to have, you know, a couple vehicles that are the same size, just so I can go do things with another vehicle. Say my wife and I want to go out. Hey, I want to test this truck with you. Let's go out and do it. So I have something else to drive with. Now my 1/12 scales, you know, if you've seen that on the bench, you know, there's 4 military vehicles, and the other one is a snow cat kind of thing. Not really something in the mix, but I do use that on my trails in the wintertime when there's light snow. Heavy snow, it's too much for it. It can't really push anything. It doesn't weigh anything. But even that, at almost $300 for that complete kit, you know, where's its niche? What does it do? That's a big thing in my mind. And that's why I just kind of wanted to show, you know, the price comparisons. You know, everything I showed you I love, and I love what it was made to do. But when you look at now these 2 HG models that I've gotten, when I look at those, what they come with, it's just an excellent value. And that was all I was looking for, was it was a price to value point to compare to some of the other vehicles, which I have nothing against those vehicles. They're here. If they're on my shelf, or over on that shelf, or over in that shelf way over there, and oh, there's a shelf over there, I got them for a reason, and I enjoy all of them. Now, technically, I really need to think about, you know, selling some things, making some more room, getting some newer vehicles. But you know, I have vehicles here that are over 20 years old. You know, and at the time, you know, I look back at $340 for the original E-Max, and it blew me away. I did some saving for that. And when that came out, oh, I had to have it. But of course, when that first came out, you're still running 1,500 NiCad batteries. So you had to have, you know, 10 batteries to even go out and run for any amount of time. But, you know, I understand inflation and all that kind of stuff, but you're looking at some of these name brand RC companies that are just, wow. You know, the prices that they're selling some of their vehicles for what you are going to get out of them, or what you may have to do to them down the road. You know, release that vehicle for a low price, make a ton of upgrades for it that people may want to buy. Yeah, you'll get your full price out of the vehicle that you thought you wanted at the beginning. And, you know, you give people upgrades that they can really use, not throw it in a box and then you get a $700 truck. The first thing you want to do is start replacing things. So that, it, as usual, my version of a short video, it goes a little long, because I found myself that I enjoy the banter back and forth with the people that watch the videos. So gives you something to think about, something to comment and talk about. So I think that's going to be it for now, because I was taking a break for a couple days, and I need to go hop in the shower and get upstairs. Told the wife I was going to be up there after I corrected my mistake on the YouTube. So once again, thanks everyone who comments and likes, and my Rons, not going to dedicate this video to you today because this is just me apologizing to all of you. If I got off on if I made it seem like I was being a bit of an ass, just showing some things with some prices and then not even bringing them up again. So, next video in a little bit, hopefully we'll get some running time in the dark with the 803, see how she looks. So, once again, it's Jerry, Old Guys Review. Thanks for watching.